Is your computer running slower than a snail in molasses? That dreaded lag, the spinning wheel of doom, the frustrating freezes? We've all been there. But what if I told you that most of the time the fix is simpler than you think? Every lag has a cause, and today we're going to hunt it down and eliminate it for good. Stick with me, and we'll transform your sluggish machine back into the powerhouse it was meant to be. All right, let's roll up our sleeves and dive into the digital engine of your PC. First up, we're calling in the cavalry: System File Checker and DISM. These are powerful built-in Windows tools designed to find and repair corrupted system files, which are often the hidden culprits behind system instability and slowdowns. To start, open your Start menu, type CMD, right-click on Command Prompt, and select Run as Administrator. This is crucial. You need admin rights for this to work. Once the black window appears, type sfc-scanno and hit Enter. That's sfcu//scanno. Your PC will now begin a thorough scan of all its protected system files. It'll check their integrity and replace any corrupted or incorrect versions with the proper Microsoft versions. This process can take a little while, maybe 10 to 15 minutes, so it's a good time to go grab a cup of coffee. Let it run its course completely. If SFC finds and fixes issues, great. But sometimes the tool itself needs a little help. That's where DISM comes in. DISM, or Deployment Image Servicing and Management, can repair the underlying system image that SFC uses for its repairs. So, back in the same command prompt window, we're going to run a few commands. First, type DISM online cleanup image check health. This is a quick check to see if any corruption has been detected. Next, for a more advanced scan, type DISM online cleanup image scan health. This will perform a deeper analysis of the system image. Finally, the most important step: DISM online cleanup image restore health. This command will automatically scan for and repair any problems it finds with the system image, downloading necessary files from Windows Update if needed. This one can also take some time, so be patient. Once DISM is finished, it's a great idea to run the sfc-scanno command one more time, just to make sure everything is pristine. Now that our system files are in top shape, let's tackle another major source of lag: unnecessary programs hogging your resources. Press Ctrl+Shift+ESC to open the Task Manager. Click on the CPU and memory columns to sort processes by their usage. Do you see any programs at the top of the list that you're not actively using? Sometimes applications run in the background, consuming valuable resources without you even knowing. If you recognize a non-essential program that's eating up your processing power, you can select it and click End Task. But be careful. Don't end any processes you don't recognize, as they might be critical Windows services. This is more for closing that one app that froze or a browser with too many tabs that is slowing everything down. All right, with our system files repaired and rogue processes wrangled, it's time to dig even deeper. We're heading into the Windows Registry and your startup programs. Think of the registry as the central database for your entire operating system. Over time, it can get cluttered with old entries from uninstalled software, leading to slowdowns. A word of caution: editing the registry can be risky if you don't know what you're doing. So, I always recommend using a trusted cleaner tool. There are many reputable options out there, like CCleaner, that can safely scan for and remove obsolete registry entries with just a few clicks. Run a scan, review what it finds, and let it clean up the junk. Next up, let's control what launches when you boot up your PC. The more programs that start automatically, the longer it takes for your computer to become usable, and the more resources are tied up in the background. In Windows 10 or 11, just open the Task Manager again, remember Ctrl+Shift+ESC, and click on the Startup tab. Here, you'll see a list of all the applications set to launch with Windows. Look at the Startup Impact column. Anything marked as high is a prime candidate for disabling. Go through the list. Do you really need your music player, a game launcher, and 3 different chat apps to open the second you log in? Probably not. For anything you don't need immediately, just right-click on it and select Disable. Don't worry, this doesn't uninstall the program, it just stops it from auto-starting. You can still open it manually whenever you want. Streamlining your startup is one of the most effective ways to feel an immediate speed boost. Now, let's talk about heat. Your computer's components, especially the CPU and GPU, generate a lot of heat. If that heat isn't effectively removed, the components will automatically slow themselves down, a process called thermal throttling, to prevent damage. This, of course, results in massive performance drops and lag. A simple way to check your temperatures is with a free tool like HW Monitor or Core Temp. Install it, run it, and look for your CPU and GPU temperatures. When your computer is just sitting idle, temperatures should be relatively low, say around 30 to 50 degrees Celsius. When you're gaming or doing intensive tasks, they'll go up, but they shouldn't be consistently hitting 90 or 100 degrees. If they are, you have a cooling problem. The fix could be as simple as cleaning out the dust from your computer's fans and heat sinks with a can of compressed air. Dust is a terrible insulator and a major cause of overheating. Make sure your PC has good airflow and that its vents aren't blocked. Okay team, we're on the home stretch. Let's fine-tune some critical settings that dictate how your PC uses its power and its hardware. First, the power plan. Windows often defaults to a balanced power plan to save energy, which is great for a laptop on battery, but not for performance. Go to your control panel. Find Power Options, and you'll likely see a few plans. What you want is the High Performance plan. If you don't see it, you might need to click on Show Additional Plans. Selecting this tells your PC to prioritize performance over energy saving, ensuring your CPU is always ready to run at full speed. For gamers and power users, there's an even better option: the Ultimate Performance plan. It's not always visible by default. To unlock it, open Command Prompt as an administrator again and paste in this specific command. I'll have it in the description below. Once you run it, refresh your power options, and Ultimate Performance should appear. Select it for maximum power. Finally, and this is a big one, we need to talk about drivers. Drivers are the software that allows your operating system to communicate with your hardware, like your graphics card, your network adapter, and your motherboard's chipset. Outdated drivers can cause all sorts of performance issues, bugs, and instability. The most important one for performance, especially in gaming and creative work, is your graphics driver. Whether you have an NVIDIA, AMD, or Intel GPU, go directly to their official website. Don't rely on Windows Update for this. Use their auto-detect tool or find your specific card model and download the latest driver available. Installing the newest version can provide significant performance boosts, bug fixes, and new features. While you're at it, it's also a good idea to check your motherboard manufacturer's website for updated chipset drivers. These are often overlooked but are vital for the stable and efficient operation of your entire system. Keeping your drivers up to date is like giving your hardware a fresh instruction manual. It just works better. So, let's recap our mission. We've scanned and repaired our core system files with SFC and DISM. We've hunted down resource-hungry background processes. We've cleaned up the registry and streamlined our startup applications. We've checked for and addressed potential overheating issues. And, finally, we've unleashed our hardware's full potential with the right power plan and the latest drivers. Let's take a look at the results. Here's a side-by-side comparison. Before, you can see the boot up took forever, applications were slow to open, and gameplay was choppy with frustrating FPS drops. And now, look at that. Boot time is slashed in half, programs snap open instantly, and the in-game footage is buttery smooth. The difference isn't just measurable, it's something you can feel. The system is responsive, snappy, and a pleasure to use again. No more lag, no more freezes, no more excuses. Your PC's potential has been unlocked. Power restored. Thank you so much for joining me on this tune-up journey. If this video helped you reclaim your PC's performance, do me a huge favor and hit that like button. And for more tips and tricks to keep your tech running at its best, make sure to subscribe and ring that notification bell so you don't miss a thing. Let me know in the comments how much faster your PC is now. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.